Salute Raider Nation. Let's go. Shout out to Raider Nation, guys. Welcome to Raiders Primos. If you guys are not subscribed to the channel, please subscribe to the channel. We're trying to get to 300. We're 5 subs away. Let's see if we can get to 400 by the season starting. Let's see if we can get to 400 by training camp at least. Also, hit that like button on the way in.
Word.
And if you guys have not hit that bell to be notified when we go live, please hit that bell so you guys can be right on time
Hit
to
that
rock
thing.
with your primos. My primo Raider Nate's in the building. He's on
Hit that
time.
thing.
He's not late. Raider Nate, what's going on, brother? How's it going?
Thank goodness you're not late. What are you talking about?
Bro, no, bro. You've been late in the past shows, bro. What do you mean?
You know what? No. There's no proof.
Bro, I'll pull up the receipts right now.
I blame you. All right.
All right, bro. Let's get into it because we got a lot to dive in, Nate, bro. Today, for real, hey, Sean Johnson, man. Sean Johnson here, man. He says so much to talk about. You got the nuts. I got the nuts, Sean. Thanks to you, man. Shout out to Anthony Estrada. He said, yo, salute, boys, primos. First time chatting here. Subscribe. Thank you, Anthony Estrada. If you guys can, man, as our brother Wasted, Hammer always says, Graph, and all of Mount Shilmore, including Andy, tell a friend to tell a friend. Send the link around. Spread the love. I know, like I said, we got a lot to talk about today, and I would love to get the nation's opinion on this. There's been a lot of division, but hey, Primos is a place where your opinions are heard. There's no judgment. There's no disrespect. Your opinion could come out, whether we could agree to disagree. But at the end of the day, we're going to respect one another. Let's keep it that way. Tyler Robb
Unless
said,
you're not a fan.
glad he left the 49ers. I don't know about that, Tyler Robb. We might be disagreeing on early right now because I think the Niners are going to miss Jimmy Garoppolo. But let's hold off the Jimmy Garoppolo topic right now. Let's get into tomorrow. If you don't know about this, Nate, tomorrow is June 1st.
NBA Finals.
We're not talking about basketball here.
All right.
Okay, June 1st is a special day mostly because of Hunter Renfrow. Hunter Renfrow, I got it right here. What's up, AJ? Popping in real quick.
What's good,
Give me 1 second, guys. So, if you guys don't know, the Hunter Renfrow news that's been really sweeping the nation for months since the draft, since we signed Philip Dorsett, DeAndre Carter, since free agency. What are we going to do with Hunter Renfrow? Well, little information here and there comes to find out that after post June 1st, the Raiders will save around $11.5 million in cap space this year and $11.1 million in 2024. Whoever agrees to a trade dealing Hunter Renfrow will be taking on a $6.5 million salary for the 2023 season. The Raiders can then accolade the money saved into a new contract for Josh Jacobs and any or additional defensive pieces. The Raiders drafting wide receiver Trey Tucker in the 3rd round really puts things into perspective here. We'd hit, personally for me, hate to see him go, but I wouldn't be shocked by the move either. This is what I'm quoting Sean Johnson here, guys. He messaged me earlier, giving me that. He said that teams that are interested or that he can see going after Hunter Renfrow are the Cowboys, the Bills, the Saints, and or the Packers. I agree with Sean Johnson here. I do believe there is a likelihood that Hunter Renfrow is going to be traded. But I want to hear your thoughts, Nate. Hunter Renfrow has been he quickly became a favorite by Raider Nation. People love, 3rd and Renfrow. They love Hunter Renfrow because of his route running. He can get open. He's shifty. He helps his quarterbacks out. But I want to hear your thoughts. Do you think Hunter Renfrow is going to be traded after June 1st, after tomorrow?
Man, I feel like it's the right option to do it in terms of obviously like you said, saving money, getting some good cash back. Uh, I say it's a 69% chance he will be traded by
Yeah,
tomorrow. You know what
yeah.
I'm saying?
That's where I'm at. Yeah, AJ,
I like that percentage.
eh, and to answer that question, AJ, I'm more leaning on 75%. I'm up there because you got the Saints. You got Derek Carr over there. Great connection with Hunter Renfro. Why wouldn't Derek Carr want another former Raider, another receiver he has good chemistry with to join him with New Orleans?
For real.
Trade proposal that I would go after. I go I would go get Demario Davis. I really like Demario Davis. Sean Johnson shared some stats with me about Demario Davis. Demario Davis in his career, since joining, I believe he's played since 2012. He's played with the Browns, the Jets, and New Orleans. His recent year with New Orleans, he had 109 combined tackles, 56 assisted tackles, 6.5 sacks with 1 interception. Now, I did check out some film work on Demario Davis from last year, and let me tell you, Nate, if you have not seen any film work on Demario Davis,
Nope.
this man can stop the run and he can cover. He will fit Patrick Graham's scheme 100%. He's a vet for 34 years old. He does not play like 34 years old. So I would not mind getting Demario Davis. Do you like that trade proposal? Do you like sending Hunter Renfro to the Saints for a linebacker, veteran linebacker in Demario Davis, and we sort of feel a need for us at the linebacker position?
I mean, shoot, something that we need for something that we're not using, nor are we, that man is like kind of getting tipsy now that he got hit a couple times last year. So, shoot, that's a W trade right there. Sure.
I agree. I agree. Shout out to Van City. He said, well, if it was in my dogs, Primos and Ray Nate, bro. Shout out to you,
Was
Van
good,
City.
man.
Bro, is our guy. Let me get in some more. Bro, AJ, if he goes to the Chargers, I'm in tears, bro. I'm going to cry. I'm gonna come on here.
Yeah, that's messed up,
Bro,
bro.
I'm gonna
That's
cry
messed up
so
if he
much.
goes to
But
the Chargers.
there's another option. Another option that Sean Johnson he gave me. Let me see if I can pull it up real quick. He said, how about Hunter Renfro to the Arizona Cardinals for Isaiah Simmons? Now, Isaiah Simmons, a guy, he's a hybrid linebacker, really. He's a hybrid linebacker. I really like him. I believe he came out of Clemson, I believe. I wanted him to coming in the 2020 draft. I wanted Isaiah Simmons, but the Cardinals got him. He's 24 years old. Again, you're gonna have to trade for him. I'm trying to bring up. There's not. I got no stats on him. Let me see. I got really. Oh no, here we go. So really, his stats. Um, again, there's nothing on him. Let me see if I can bring up his. Okay, here we go. He had 4 sacks. He had 68 solo tackles, 2 forced fumbles. His overview, he had 2 interceptions. He did have a pick six, which was against the Saints out of all teams. He had 7 passes defended. He had 2 forced fumbles, 1 fumble recovery, had 4.5 sacks, 99 combined tackles with 68 solo tackles, 31 assisted tackles, 5 tackles for losses, 4 quarterback hits. Is this a guy, Nate, that you're looking at, that you're highlighting? Hey, let's go get Isaiah Simmons from the Cardinals, and let's deal Hunter Renfro to the Cardinals. They are a dumpster fire, and they got rid of DeAndre Hopkins. They are in need of a wide receiver. Is that a trade you're looking at?
If I could get anything for that man on the defensive side, then I'm for it, bro. Low key. That's a fire.
So you would take Davis or Simmons? You would take either or?
Heck yeah. Shoot, I'll take Tom Brady.
Not yet, bro. Not yet. Not yet.
Oh, okay.
Van C says, I think we should trade Renfro for Nate, then get him to play linebacker.
Franchise guy right there, man.
Bro, Nate, bro, you would get the green dot immediately, bro. You get the green dot immediately.
Franchise guy right there. You know
Bro,
what I'm
how
saying?
many sacks?
Instant
Hey,
captain.
we talking with future Raiders linebacker here, Raider Nate, bro. So Nate, man, how's it feel to be a future star at the linebacker position, man?
Um, man, the league doesn't know what they're in for, man. I'm gonna make Nick Bosa look like he's a little boy. He don't know how to get his stats up. Even if, like, you know what I'm saying, Khalil Mack, man, if you don't come, then I'm gonna really show you who's really boss. Uh, I'm gonna be a franchise guy for the next 25, 30 years. Yes, I'm gonna be the first guy to be in the league for 30 plus years and dominate the league and have a career sack total of about 600. Okay.
What, you playing Madden on rookie mode, bro?
Hmm.
All right,
Yes,
shout out to
sir.
Sean
That's
John.
what it's
Let's get
gonna be
back to
like.
some Raiders talk. Saints make Saints make the most sense. He reunites with his boy Derek Carr.
That right.
Yes, like I said, their connection that they have, I do believe that is the most. I would not be surprised if Raiders and Saints are on the phone trying to make a deal for Hunter Renfro past tomorrow. Anthony Estrada says if the trade is right, screw it. It would hurt, but for a defensive player, why not? Keep growing that defense, helping Mad Max. And Anthony,
Facts.
I'm glad you brought this up because the thing is, me and Nate that is what we've been trying to push. Mad Max needs help. This guy is putting up numbers without any help, with a defense that gets no turnovers and no pressure to the quarterback. He's the only guy that is stepping up, getting sacks, creating fumbles, forcing interceptions by getting, pressure
Yeah.
to the quarterback. Imagine if this guy if Tyree Wilson is becomes one of the top edge linebacker, whatever how they want to use them in the league, and Ja'Cory Benton, like these young guys that we have, Nate Hobbs, steps into a top cornerback role. Trayvon Merrick takes this next
What do
step,
we
bro.
call the goat? That what's
This
that? What's that
defense,
one?
oh, Tyler Hall. Tyler Hall is the GOAT. Tyler Hall.
Yeah.
If he takes the next step, bro, this defense, if these young guys can step up, could you imagine not just the defense overall, but Max Crosby, man? Imagine how much production you're going to get out of Max Crosby. He's already killing it without help, without pressure from the other side.
For
Imagine
real.
if there's pressure coming from the interior or from the other side. Corners are locking onto the receivers. They're running with the receivers, running the routes. Linebackers are not blowing coverages, even though that I'm scared. I am scared for our linebacker room because this is why I really wish we do deal Hunter Renfro for a linebacker. I'm telling you, man,
Yeah,
this
bro.
defense
We're due, bro.
has the potential to be maybe top 20. I'm not gonna hype them up and say top 10, top 15, top 20, maybe being the 20th ranked defense. They have that potential. What do you think about that, Anthony? Or not? I said, what do you think about that, Nate? You know what, Nate? You look like an Anthony, right, Anthony?
No,
I butchered, but
not
Nate,
taking away your name, but no,
nah,
I'm
nah,
not.
but Nate, what do you think about that? It hurt. It would hurt the nation to deal with Hunter Renfro. It hurt for dealing Darren Waller away. What do you think about that, Nate? Dealing Hunter Renfro for a defensive player, specifically for a
Man,
linebacker.
it's like I said, like at that, like following that chat, I think we're just in agreement because like we have Jacoby Myers, which can and if we need will fill that Hunter Renfro spot if he wanted to, because you have Devontae on the outside, but Jacoby Myers can do anything.
Yeah,
Um,
he could
really,
work the slot. He could work
yeah.
outside, either or.
But yeah, uh, I mess with it. We just agree with each other. You know what I'm saying? Great minds think alike. You know what I'm saying?
No, I hear you. Van City says Renfro is as gone as Derek Carr.
Go
Don't tell all
Knights.
these car stands. I just said that they're a sensitive bunch. I think the writing is on the wall for Renfro. I think when we drafted Trey Tucker, yeah, Renfro was likely gone. The writing was on the wall. He showed up, I believe, to OTA's day one, and then after that, we haven't seen him. So I think the writing is on the wall that he's on his way out of here. It's a business. I said I don't like saying this about Renfro because I really believe this isn't him, but he just does not fit Josh McDaniels' system. And I think Josh McDaniels did take away his ability to be himself, which is to create his own routes, make him break away by his own his own way, his own route running,
He's a self-made
instead
man.
of running the playbook. But what can you do? We got Trey Tucker, we got Philip Brissett, we got Carter. Like I said,
And
Myers
we
can
got
work the
Jimmy
spot
Go.
also. Shout out to AJ. AJ says, yeah, he'll also link up with Gruden, which he drafted. And yeah, that's true. You know, with Gruden helping the offense with the Saints, helping them get familiar with Derek Carr and what he's comfortable with. If you add Renfro to that mix, the Saints are really helping their offense out. The Saints are going to have their potential, that offense be potentially one of the most dangerous offenses in the league if they get the Derek Carr that we seen before. I'm not saying we never seen it. We seen before. If they get that Derek Carr, then who knows? Maybe a change of scenery is what he needed. Maybe a change of scenery is what he needed. They just said if the Chargers try to get Renfro, we better trade and bring back Mac. Bro, could you imagine Tyreek Wilson, Chandler
Imagine,
Jones, Khalil
bro.
Mack, and Max Crosby on the same D line?
No, no, no. Hold on. Imagine if we just pull a absolute. No, I'm just playing. I was about to be like, get Cooper and Mac back. Imagine.
Forget Mark Cooper. Bro, Cooper was good, but he dropped passes
Hey,
in
he's
the
still
clutch.
good. He's still
He
good.
dropped passes in the
You know
clutch.
what?
I don't want to hear it, bro. He dropped
He
passes
had
in the
Jaco-
clutch. He dropped passes with the
Who's
Cowboys,
throwing to him?
and he dropped passes with the Browns. This boy
Who's
stays
who's
eating
throwing to
Butterfingers,
him?
bro.
He had nobody's throwing to him.
What are you talking about, bro? Carr had his best year with Cooper.
No, I'm talking about Browns. Wait,
Yeah,
didn't he get traded?
but they still were accurate with. You know what, bro? They saying a Browns channel, bro. Get off Cooper's nuts.
Man,
Go play bro. Go play Madden if you want Cooper to be on the Raiders, bro.
I want to go back. You know what I'm
Shout
saying?
out,
Oakland.
shout out to Sean Johnson. Breaking news: the NFL has confirmed that Tom Brady would need 24 yes votes for him to be able to play for the Raiders in the upcoming season. Now, Nate,
Mine
do you see the
23.
NFL owners voting yes to allow Tom Brady to come back with the Raiders?
Well, now he needs only 23, so I put my vote. So
And if you guys are wondering, you know what? I don't want to get into the Tom Brady, Jimmy G just yet. We are going to talk about it, but let's talk about some free agents real quick, guys. Some free agent linebackers that we can possibly target. We got Leonard Floyd still out there, Zach Cunningham, Deion Jones, Miles Jack, Melvin Ingram, Damian Wilson,
Deion
Kevin
Sanders,
Pierre-Louis, Kyle Van Noy, Anthony Barr, Nick Vigil, Rashawn Evans, Tanner Vallejo, Kwan Alexander, Jayon Brown. Bro, there's a lot of
John
linebackers
Morant,
that we can go after. Just to name a few, I'm more taking I am more taking on Demario Davis. I would rather, if you're gonna trade Hunter Renfro, you can possibly get a Demario Davis or an Isaiah Simmons. Why wouldn't you take that? I know you don't have to give up anything, but you're gonna give up Renfro anyway. So why not deal player for player?
oh, now he only needs 22.
Dude, my breast off just blew a 3-0 lead. I'm hella pissed. Sean Johnson says Jimmy G should be ready to go though. I just saw the news. I had to drop it in here. No problem, Sean. We are gonna break that down too because we see a lot of the nation freaking out. Like I said, guys, spread the link around. I know that's a topic that a lot of people want to get their hands on. The Jimmy Garoppolo situation, the
Jimmy
Tom Brady
Apple,
situation, Aiden O'Connell, Brian Hoyer situation, you want to call it.
John
The
Morant,
quarterback
you know,
situation is
all
up in
that
the
stuff.
air, according to some Raider fans out there. But me personally, I think that it is not a question mark. I don't know how Raider Nate feels. Nate, I mean, we're gonna talk about it later on. What are some free agents though, Nate, that you're looking at? I'm gonna send you the link here. I forgot to do that. If you couldn't make a trade, or there's no trade you're gonna make. Let's say you trade Hunter Renfro for a draft pick. Maybe the Saints were asking too much. Cardinals were asking for too much. I sent you the link. What are some linebackers that you're possibly looking at? I mean, if I'm being honest, I like Deion Jones from Cleveland. He's 28 years old. He plays on the inside. Again, not a lot. he has experience, but he's on a Cleveland team, a Cleveland defense that really just played poorly. All the hype coming into last season, they played poorly. I also like Kyle Van Noy. He played, with the Patriots. He's familiar with Ziegler, with Josh McDaniels. Now, as far as he fits with Patrick Graham's system, Patrick Graham likes playing with the 4-2-5 hybrid defense. Could he fit that defensive scheme? That would be up in the air, but he's 32 years old. And like I said, I would like Demario Davis instead of Kyle Van Noy, but this is strictly free agents. I feel as a free agent, Kyle Van Noy is probably your best option. Who are you
Low
looking
key,
at as free agency?
low key, bro. Like these guys, why are they all like 30s? There's like no,
Oh yeah,
but
there's like no youngsters.
yeah, that's tough. To be honest, bro, we need to start doing fantasy with like defensive players because I don't know nobody.
Hey,
Cause
we will, bro. We'll think about it. We'll think about it.
like fantasy would way make me learn about defensive. But yeah, I do know Deion Jones and I do know Van Noy and I think I do know Miles Jack. Although I only remember that name being a running back. I'm
Miles
stupid.
Jack, linebacker. He used to be with. He got drafted to Jacksonville, and then he went to Pittsburgh. He's been up and down. Injuries really have been shaking his career. Let
How
me
good
see
was
if I can pull up some stats on Miles Jack real
how
quick.
do
Miles Jack. Let me see if I can bring up his stats here. Pro Football Reference. He had 15 games last year. He really, bro, had a poor year. He had 13 games started. He had 3 passes defended, 104 combined tackles, 61 solo tackles, 43 assisted, 3 tackles for
dang.
loss, 1 quarterback hit, no sacks, no interceptions. Um, really, he was just really a tackling machine, not really anything that's gonna highlight you. What do you would you go after Miles Jack? Or I
Uh
would say this: if you can't trade Renfro, let's ask this: if you
uh
can't get something out of Renfro, would you just stick with the linebackers you got? You got Robert
if
Spillane,
we can't
you
trade
got Devon
Renfro,
Diablo, you got Luke Masterson. Um, I need to bring up our linebacker room, bro, because
if we
I
can't trade Renfro, then like bruh. I
I'm about
mean
to get.
we could trade him for a safety too. Mm,
I don't think,
uh,
but I see that's the thing. I don't think we need secondary help. I trust our young guys
until
in
we
the
need
secondary.
secondary help.
Our linebackers are Drake Thomas, Robert Spillane, Kana Muaga, Luke Masterson, Devon Diablo, and Darian Butler, and Amari Burney and Curtis Bolton. That is our linebacker room as of today.
Who, and who? I do not know. All right.
So Curtis Bolton, I liked him last season. There was just not enough roster spots for him. I liked what he was fat. He was like a hybrid. He would fit.
Oh,
He would fit Patrick Graham's scheme. He's 27 years old, young guy. Amari Burney, I got it. We got to see what we got to get out of him. 6th round pick out of Florida. Um, we're gonna see in training camp and in preseason what he brings to the table. Darian Butler, what he showed promise also up in preseason last year. Luke Masterson, I'm definitely high on Luke Masterson, but the
this
experience
is
did
cool.
catch up to him when he played in the regular season. Had a phenomenal preseason last season. I'm hoping big things for Luke Masterson. This may be another case though, Nate. Um, these are guys that we don't know about, but they're young guys. They have a chip on their shoulder and they got something to prove. And
They
with
got that
that, who
Tyler
knows?
Huntley
They could
factor.
probably turn into not top linebackers in the league, but good
They could
enough
do.
to where
They
they help.
yeah. They could do enough
Yeah, good enough to where they help this defense out.
to where they can
So
help
would
Max
you?
out.
So with that being said, would you roll with the linebacker room we have now? This is saying if you can't find a linebacker trading Hunter Renfro, would you then if say you do that? You don't get nobody for the Hunter Renfro trade. And you're like, okay, are you sticking
Who
with the linebacker group you got, or are you going with free agents?
who else? Like, if you were to trade for Hunter Renfro, like, what other position would you go for?
I look at defensive tackle, but I at the same time I'm not looking at defensive. Like I'm looking at defensive tackle, but at the same time I'm not. Here's why. Our defensive tackle room consists of Byron Young. We drafted him in the third round or second round, I believe. We got Nesta Jade Silvera in the seventh round. We also got Bilal Nichols coming back. We got John Jenkins coming back. We got Neil Farrell Jr. We got Matthew Butler. And we also got Jordan Willis, who can also possibly play that inside spot. We also got Jerry Tillery, who could play the inside
Ooh,
spot. We got a good defensive tackle room. I think it's going to be very sneaky with that defensive tackle room. You couldn't go like Sean Johnson actually pointed. He actually reminded me. Also, Anthony Estrada, to answer your question, Nate is part of Raiders Primos. This is me and Nate's channel. Um, so yeah, we're basically Raiders Primos. Just speaking for the both of us. So yeah, Nate is part of the channel. He is part of Raiders Primos. Just to
yeah,
answer your question. And then to go to Sean Johnson, he reminded me. Leonard Williams, you could possibly make another trade with the Giants. And possibly go
man.
get Leonard Williams. Let's say you get a draft pick for Hunter Renfro. You could possibly then use that draft pick you got for Renfro, see if the Giants are interested in it, and you could possibly deal with Leonard Williams.
I
But
mean,
I believe he's on
they
his
owe
last
us.
year of his contract, so it might work out. Who knows? Shout out
They
to
owe
Big
us.
Mike in the building, though, our brother.
They owe us, man. They took the value of my jersey, the Giants.
Poor 83 sitting in the back wall right there, man.
I know, bro.
Van City says Byron Young is going to be an animal for us. You heard it. You heard it here first. Shout out to Sean Johnson again. He said Demario Davis, Marcus Peters, Deron Harmon. This will be good finalizing the defense. Deron Harmon had a good year for us. But I like what Marcus. I would possibly bring him back if he comes on a cheap deal, which he possibly will. He's been a free
Yeah,
agent
Harmon, get back,
going
bro.
into OTAs and about to go into minicamp. I think he will come in on a cheap deal. If you could get Demario Davis and Marcus Peters, I
That'd
feel
be
like you
crazy.
already finalized the defense right there. Nate, what do you think about
That'd
this
be
move?
that'd be. I mean, Harmon was like one of our actual, like one of our biggest playmakers. You know, um, in the defensive side in the backcourt, and like with, I mean, that's just like building in your dreams. You know what I'm saying? You just keep the guys that you love, and then you just like keep on,
Oh yeah,
and then you get the people that you need. That would be a
this
W.
bro, this defense could be scary. For like, give it. I say give it maybe one. I would say this: give Ziegler one more offseason and one more full draft, and this defense is going to be scary.
Yeah.
This entire team will be scary. Give Ziegler, bro, what Ziegler is doing with the Raiders. I don't understand how some of Raider Nation can really disagree with what Ziegler's doing. Ziegler is getting players that want to be here. Ziegler is getting players that want to win here, not just get money here. They want to win here. They want to win with the Raiders. They want to see the Raiders get back to greatness. That's what Devontae Adams said. That's what Jimmy Garoppolo has said. That's what Jacobs has said. Max Crosby has spoke these things. Ziegler wants guys that want to be here. Um, what is this? Wait, oh, he's saying they have. Oh, I'm not. Shout out to you, Van City. Always clown, bro. He clowns the haters of Raider Nation. But yeah, I like what Ziegler is doing here. To tag on to that. Anthony Estrada says, Primos crew, you guys thinking about going to any games? We're trying to push for the October 15th, week 6, Patriots and Raiders game. We went last year. Me and my Patriot Primo, me and him went. We went with my dad. It was the three of us, had a ball. The
Only if I
last
could put
play,
up the
bro,
picture.
that last play of the game, man. I
It was
wish I got
beautiful.
it on video, bro. I wish I got it on video because I never, bro. I witnessed a play that is going to be talked about in NFL history for years to come. And it's going to
Good.
be known as the lateral that hold on, I got to
It's gonna be one of the most craziest plays that didn't happen in the playoffs.
for real. Bro, could you imagine that if that happened in the
Yeah, if
playoffs?
it was in the playoffs, it would be up there with the Minnesota Miracle.
Bro, I remember watching that game and I'm like, bro,
It
that
would be
safety.
up there, bro.
I'm surprised they did not cut that safety, bro. And for real, and it's funny. It is funny because we got Myers now.
That's
Jacoby
heck
Myers
of
was
fun.
like, hey, this is my initiation, bro. Lateral it back to Mac Jones.
For real.
Haha, that was hella funny. Mac Jones got knocked on his monkey behind, bro. Anthony, I was like in shock when I seen it happen. I was in shock. But yeah, that's one game. Me and Nate are trying to hit that game. I don't know if Nate can make it out there. He probably gonna have school during that time. Catch up on schoolwork, you know. Shout out to my primo Nate doing big things in life.
Yeah. The
But
works.
I'm probably if he can, I'm definitely gonna likely try to make it out there. If not that game, I'm definitely gonna make a game out there. Likely maybe in December or November. I'm definitely gonna make it a game. Stay tuned with Raiders Primos because when I do book that, I will announce that we will be out there or I will be out there. Um, you wasn't at the Josh Jacobs, bro. Sean, I was trying to make it out to Seattle, bro. I wanted for real. Vancini was at that game, and I believe I think Kane Town was at that game too. Our brother Kane Town was at the game, and I wanted to make it out up to Seattle, but financially I couldn't, man. Financially I couldn't. Van City says, "Fuck school, Nate. Football is way more important." Hey, Van City, bro, football is
Hey,
important,
I have
but
that mindset, but like, you know what I'm saying? I can't have that mindset, which
yeah,
sucks.
you can, bro. You can. Okay, guys, we're half an hour in. I think it is time. It is time to talk about some
For
Jimmy Garoppolo situation, Tom Brady
taco.
situation. So, as we started it off, Tom Brady tops the list of Raiders quarterback options if Jimmy Garoppolo gets cut due to his foot injury. There's already rumors saying that Jimmy Garoppolo could get cut because if you guys don't know, there is a way that Ziegler structured his contract. The two sides, this is coming from CBS, as noted by PFT, the two sides, Raiders and Garoppolo's contract that allows the Raiders to cut him at no cost if he can't pass a physical. On the other hand, if he does pass a physical, Garoppolo will still need to play in at least one game without re-injuring his foot before the rest of his $22.5 million salary for 2023 becomes guaranteed. Garoppolo, who underwent surgery in March, originally injured the foot while playing for the 49ers in week 14 last season, and almost 6 months later, the injury is still lingering. Garoppolo's injury isn't a huge issue for the Raiders right now, but if we get to late July or early August and he's still not on the field, then it becomes a problem. And if the Raiders have to look into adding another quarterback, there aren't many options in free agency, but there is one guy, and they brought on to the list Tom Brady. Nate, let's begin with free agency. Back in free agency, you said you wanted Tom Brady. You wanted Tom Brady.
Yeah.
That was the guy that you wanted at the top of your list. He retires, and now there's a chance that he might play again. What is your thoughts on this?
I would, you know, obviously you see Tom Brady on the field. You're gonna be like, heck yeah. You have Tom Brady and Devontae Adams on the field. Of course I'm gonna say yes. So yeah, why not? Um and if even if he's like a bridge quarterback or something like that, I don't know. I mean, Tom Brady is a bridge quarterback. It's crazy, but like, let's be honest. I mean, I don't
Now,
know. It'll depend on Jimmy
yeah,
Garoppolo's health. So
yeah. And the thing is, okay, I'm not saying I would be against getting Tom Brady, but guys, let's be real. 46 years old, guys. He's 46 years old.
a
If you're
46.
gonna, bro, if you're gonna do that, I mean, he's the GOAT. Don't get me wrong. You know what? Fuck it. Go put
Hey,
Tom Brady in there.
LeBron is in the playoffs. I
Hey,
mean,
go
LeBron
put
made
Tom
it to the
Brady in there.
playoffs.
Hey, he got Devontae. He got weapons. I think Brady would pop off. Go get if Brady, can suit up, and the NFL votes like, hey, yeah, bro, he could go. He could suit up for the Raiders. I'm here for it. But that's my opinion on it. What I really want to get into is the division between Raider Nation. And there's a lot of Raider Nation kind of eating their words a little bit. And I would say being like eating their own words, I would say. And they're being hypocrites. And I'm a guy that's gonna stand by my opinion, and I will admit when I am wrong. And a lot of people said that I killed Jimmy Garoppolo, and I said, hey, I did kill Jimmy Garoppolo. But point is, he's a Raider now. I gotta support him. Do I like the signing? I don't. The more I did my research, the more I did my homework, I started to like the signing more and more. And now I'm actually confident that Jimmy G can do good with the Raiders. It's not okay that I changed my mind about Jimmy Garoppolo. I did my homework. I'm not going based off the narrative that I made and then just saying some shit because other people are saying it. No, I actually did my homework. I watched some film. I seen some evidence on why he's a good quarterback. I seen some evidence why he's a bad quarterback. I came to the conclusion that I'm like, you know what? He maybe isn't a bad option for the Raiders. There's a video that I seen on YouTube, and you guys can check it out in the description below. It is by the Deep Ball, and it is called
Pause.
Major Pause. It is by Jimmy Garoppolo. Is the best quarterback that nobody respects. That is what the video is called. I 100% recommend to go check it out. Sean Johnson sent it to me. It's about 10 minutes long. I'm not saying it's gonna change your perspective on Jimmy Garoppolo, but it's going to give you an insight of the type of quarterback that Jimmy Garoppolo is. To really summarize the video, he talked about how if you guys were on Hammer's channel, some of you guys were on Hammer's channel. I called in Hammer's phone line, and I talked about Jimmy Garoppolo. When he went to the 49ers, they were a 1-10 team. The Niners were a team destined for the number 1 overall pick that year. Jimmy Garoppolo gets traded to the Niners. He starts for the Niners, and once he takes over, he wins 5 straight games, and the Niners finish 6-10 on the season. They then build off of that, and 2 years later, they go to the Super Bowl, led by who else? Jimmy Garoppolo.
Jimmy Garoppolo.
So, yes, the injuries are a problem, but Jimmy Garoppolo, when healthy, when starting for a football team, specifically for the Niners and even for the Patriots, he wins football games.
He is Jimmy Garoppolo.
He is Jimmy Garoppolo. He is Jimmy Garoppolo. The only problem Raider Nation can bring to the table, the only argument, is that Jimmy Garoppolo gets injured a lot, which I will say who doesn't get injured nowadays in the NFL. Derek Carr got injured. Josh Jacobs has been injured. Darren Waller got injured. Foster Moreau got injured. Trayvon Merritt got injured. Chandler Jones got injured. What is the difference with Jimmy Garoppolo?
Our home field advantage got injured.
Bro, for real. Our home field advantage got injured by Raider fans not showing up. The NFL is all about injury, you guys.
Bro, for real.
Bro, we're fucking stupid, bro. We're hella stupid. But yes, to go deep into it, the Raiders contract includes a waiver for the foot injury that they won't owe Jimmy Garoppolo anything. I want to get your guys' thoughts on this because Jimmy Garoppolo, the more I watched film on him, the more I watched the quarterback that I wanted for the Raiders. A quarterback that buys times in the pocket. A quarterback that's not going to fold under pressure. A quarterback that's going to make throw after throw after throw. He could throw 3 interceptions. He's still going to sling that ball. He is still going to try to win the football game for you. He is not going to be down and out. He's going to throw 2 interceptions, and he's going to get right to the sideline, look at the tablet, come in the next drive, and still is not going to lose confidence and say, we're going down the field. I'm scoring a touchdown. Nate, what is your thoughts on the Jimmy Garoppolo talk? Are you giving up on Jimmy Garoppolo because of his injury?
No, never giving up on a Raiders quarterback. You know why? Because I'm a Raiders fan. But in all seriousness, it's there's a difference between our past quarterback and like you just said, there's a difference. You know what I'm saying? This man just goes down after not passing the 50-yard line. He goes to the sideline. He just sits on the bench, right? He gets pouty. This one, this guy, even if he doesn't pass the 50-yard line, he goes to the bench, and as you say, he picks up the tablet. He like talks with the playmaking coach. He hypes up, you know what I'm saying, the sideline, you know what I'm saying? He does his metabolism is perfect. And that's
Metabolism, bro.
the time.
Metabolism.
Chill, 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 chill,
I
chill.
was like, oh, wait, what? He's eating hot dogs on the
Okay,
sideline.
chill, 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 chill.
I'll
I've
say his attitude. Go with his attitude,
Yeah, yeah. I don't know what I just said, but I was just
bro. If
going
someone
off.
could clip that, bro, we gotta clip
No,
that,
no, no, no.
bro.
Okay. Okay, okay. I wasn't here.
Oh my gosh, but go ahead, bro. Go ahead. What was you saying, man?
So Jimmy is Himmy.
Bro, turn it,
And
bro. Yeah, don't be scared, bro.
no, I'm not scared. What's it
Bro, yeah,
called?
go ahead. What was you saying? Sorry to cut you off, bro.
But yeah, his mindset and things, like I don't think I've never seen him give up. Like he always played till the time hits zero, and when the time starts, like I like that's like a person that everybody wants on their team. Like that's literally Brady.
Yeah.
That's Brady Jr. right there. Like I mean, that's what I gotta say. I really like the dude's attitude. Forget what I said. That's what I got.
Shout out to Anthony O'Shore. He said, "Oh man, time to talk about this. I just gotta say, you two don't really know me. I was a huge fan of Jimmy G in San Francisco. He will be completely fine, healthy, probably not 100%, but healthy." And Anthony, you know what's crazy? I was a fan of him when he got drafted to New England back in 2014. And when Tom Brady got suspended, I was very intrigued to see how he would do, getting the start for 4 games. Um, it's funny because he got injured when he started those 4 games, and then Jacoby Brissett took over. And here's what's crazy: when Jimmy Garoppolo and Jacoby Brissett left New England, Josh McDaniels got those two guys starting jobs. Jacoby Brissett got a starting job, I believe, with the Colts. I believe, after leaving New England, and then Jimmy Garoppolo, of course, went to the 49ers. So I feel like this is just another opportunity for Jimmy G to, like Sean Johnson said here, come in with the chip on his shoulder and prove every doubter wrong. He's working with Josh McDaniels, who, when he was with the
Hold on.
Patriots and that little time that you've seen him work with Josh McDaniels, he performed. He commanded I believe they went 2, and I think they were 2-0 before he went down. They were 2-0 before he went down. And let me see if I could pull up Jimmy Garoppolo stats when he was in New England. Let me see real quick. When he was in New England, I know it was in 2016. He had 4 touchdown passes in 2016. I believe those 4 touchdown passes came when he went 2-0. He also had a game winning drive against the Cardinals in his first NFL start. What can Jimmy Garoppolo do? Is the question I have for Raider Nation. Um, and for me, I think Jimmy Garoppolo is gonna love that people are gonna hate on him, that people are gonna doubt him, because through all the doubt, through all the haters that talked about him, he still went to the playoffs and he still performed. Does he not have a ring? No, he doesn't. But he has playoff wins under his belt. He's 5-2 in the playoffs.
I mean,
He has played in
yeah.
7 playoff games and he's 5-2.
like 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 you just said, like he doesn't matter what anybody thinks about it. He just does him. And like the good example is like when he was, the Niners fans hated him for like how he was just like, I don't know, just the guy that was there that wasn't really doing it.
Yo,
I
Nate, you
think that's
like
the
kind
best.
of glitching out a bit, bro. You good?
I know. Oh yeah, but what's it called? And he still came out to say on a press conference, he was like, I'm glad where I'm at. You know what I'm saying? He's just always in a positive attitude, saying like, yeah, I could be Trey Lance's backup like for the rest of my career, and I'll be happy. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
he's cool with anything. You know what I'm saying? He
He's a
doesn't have
team.
a
The
bad
thing is,
vibe.
he's a team player.
Yeah,
He is a team player. He doesn't care about his individual stats, which I, for one, love. I
yeah,
got on our past quarterback because that's what I felt like all he cared about was his stats, making his stats look good, not taking the aggressive throw because he doesn't want to get intercepted. You never know what can happen. When you got Devontae Adams, bro, I'm throwing at him like 20 times a game because
yeah.
9 times out of 10, Devontae Adams is coming down with that ball.
Facts.
So for you not to take and that's what I like about Jimmy Garoppolo. He's going to make those tough throws. Well, we're gonna sit, watch on our TV, and be like, how did Jimmy Garoppolo make that throw? How did he throw that with pressure in his face? How did he command the pocket so well? How did he roll out and throw on the run? And man, what a throw by Jimmy Garoppolo. Not saying he's not going to make his mistakes because what quarterback has a perfect season? No quarterback has a perfect season. He's going to make his mistakes. But I feel Jimmy Garoppolo is going to have more success than he's going to have mistakes. And you know what? Bring on the haters. Bring on the doubters. Because Jimmy Garoppolo, he shows me he's like, you know what? Bring that. Because I'm not going to come up to the press conference and tell media to quiet down. I'm not going to tell a reporter, hey, I don't like your attitude. I'll be like, all right, come watch me on game day. Because my talking is on the field.
Yeah,
And that's what I like the attitude from Jimmy Garoppolo.
yeah. I really like how he just like tries to just ignore all that stuff and then just keeps on going with what he's doing.
Yeah, no, and I mean, I like when he signed that contract, he said, Raider Nation, let's get to work. Let's get these wins. No excuses. It's like he's already in that mindset of just win, baby. That doesn't matter
Bro.
how it looks. It doesn't matter what we do. What matters is we win at the end of Sunday. We are on the other end of a winning organization. The only stat he cares about is that win column. When it's a Thursday night game, when that clock hits triple zero, we better have more points than the other team. Sunday, Thursday, Monday, we better have more points than the other team. And as a quarterback, he knows it is his job to have more points than the other team. Yeah, we could put the blame on the defense, but if he's not doing his job by putting points on the board, I will look at Jimmy Garoppolo like, you didn't do your job. And you know what's crazy? He will know that he didn't do his job.
Yeah,
And he will likely come out the next week and play better football.
that's
So
fact.
I would say what now I'm gonna ask you this because a lot of Raider Nation now with this injury coming out and with the Adams article coming out, how do you think we upgraded at the quarterback position? Everyone in the chat, Sean Johnson, we got 5 people in the chat. Do you guys feel we upgraded at the quarterback position?
Hmm.
Going from
Well,
Derek
well, what?
Carr, I would say this, going from Derek Carr to Jimmy Garoppolo. Do you think we upgraded at that position by going from Derek Carr to Jimmy Garoppolo?
Well, what's a quarterback?
Nowadays, a quarterback is a player that is going to put the team on his back and
A
is the
leader.
most important player on
A
the football.
leader.
He's a leader.
Yeah.
He's not going to make excuses. He's going to go out there and ball no matter what.
A leader, which is why I see Jimmy Garoppolo as a better leader than Carr. Therefore, I think we did.
Let's get more into the comments. Sean John says he holds the 5th best all-time passer rating of 99.1. Anthony says that's going to push him. Yeah, the haters. Anthony also says, and if I was the Niners, I would start Brock Purdy. Still put up a fight, third string rookie quarterback, almost going to the Super Bowl. He can't make that. That's true. I would give Brock Purdy a chance. I want to see how does he fare with that Tommy John, getting Tommy John surgery. So it is going to be interesting to see how he does when he comes back from that injury. How is he going to do in practice? How is he going to do in preseason? If I was the Niners, I would have him play some games in the preseason, see how that arm is doing, and make it the best case scenario. Hold that thought.
All right. Now to the real stuff, y'all. No, I was playing.
Gotta get some light in here.
I was about to ask him like tacos or burritos. But...
I need the light.
Okay, tacos or burritos? Put it in the chat.
Sorry, bro. Hold on. This sun is shining in my face. I know.
What do you want on your tacos? You know what I'm saying? You gotta get that beef.
All right. First of all, it's all about burritos. But then again, see, burritos, they spill, tacos, same thing. I don't. But let's. Sean Johnson says we are going from the 28th best red zone touchdown scoring quarterback to the 5th best touchdown scoring in red zones. That alone is going to be different this year. And we have the player, especially big Michael Mayer. And Sean Johnson, you heard me in Hammers Live. Michael Mayer is probably the one guy that I'm saying is going to be a sleeper. Because Jimmy Garoppolo, big pause moment right now. Jimmy Garoppolo loves his tight ends. He loves his tight ends, especially going over the middle.
Bro. What?
And Jimmy Garoppolo is very accurate going over the middle of the field. So Michael Mayer is going to see a lot of targets in the middle of the football field. And that's all I got to say, bro. Expect a big year from Michael Mayer, along with the rest of the tight ends that the Raiders have. Devontae Adams is going to, again, have a big year. It didn't matter who was throwing it to him. He still put up his numbers. You got Jacoby Myers, Phillip Dorsett, DeAndre Carter, Trey Tucker. We got a good
You got a squad, man.
Yeah, you got Josh Jacobs running behind you, the best running back in the league. You got an offensive line that doesn't get a lot of credit. This offense can easily be a top 5 offense, and I am excited to see this offense come week 1.
Yeah, man. I'm excited for preseason, so I could just we faced you guys and we beat you guys.
Sean John says we upgraded due to system fit. And Sean, that alone also gives us an upgrade at the quarterback position. It was clear that Derek Carr did not fit Josh McDaniels' system. When the way Josh McDaniels wanted to run the offense, Carr was not okay with that. And I'm okay that Jimmy Garoppolo is a system fit. He knows Josh McDaniels' system. Go ahead.
I forgot. Oh, wait, no, you could go.
But yeah, I was like, Jimmy Garoppolo's a system fit quarterback, and he's gonna do wonders with Josh McDaniels. But go ahead, Nate. What were you saying?
I forgot we had Austin Hooper and OJ.
I would say who gets cut out of that 3? Who gets cut out of this 3?
The homie Horsted, bro. What?
I think it's Horsted too. I like OJ Howard, 6'6", and Austin Hooper. He's always been that type of tight end that's been able to get open. He's a good blocker.
Those are 2 starting.
Yeah, those are. Yeah, you got 2 starters, but really. Shout out to Anthony. He says, football fans, traditional or boneless wings? I got to go boneless.
Traditional, bro.
I don't like the bone.
Well, then you just don't like real meat.
What do you mean, bro? I still got real meat with boneless wings. What are you talking about?
That's a chicken nugget.
So what? I'm just going. I don't want. What if I don't want to take my happy ass to Wendy's or McDonald's, bro? I'm going to Buffalo Wild Wings, bro. If they didn't want if I couldn't have boneless wings, bro, they would have never had boneless wings on the menu.
Oh,
if they didn't want me to have boneless, they would have never had it on the menu. They got it on the menu. I'm taking advantage of it.
Man, do you eat them with a fork?
No, I eat them with my hands.
Okay. Okay. At least you saved it there. That's fine. I respect it.
Sean Johnson then brings up, do you know we have 18 offensive linemen battling in camp? And yeah, I do want to touch on that on another live, Sean. because this is an interesting battle that I think a lot of people are not talking about. And I want to give my thoughts and opinions on it, along with some other things going on that's not related to the trending topics that is going on with the Raiders. Because I think there's a lot of I would say this: we should do like a one-on-one of offensive lineman based on position, like right tackle versus right tackle, left tackle versus left. I think really we're only going to do right tackle and right guard, considering that is really our question marks on the line. I believe the center, the left guard, and our left tackle is pretty set. You got Parham, you got Colton Miller, and you got Andre James. That's pretty much set. It's really our right guard and our right tackle that's going to be the question marks. And really, we know Illuminor is going to be in one of those positions, but where is he going to start? That is one of the question marks. Real quick, Nate, if you're the coach, we know Illuminor is going to be on that right side. Are you putting him in the right guard position or the right tackle position?
Uh, isn't it the whichever one is the more inner one?
Right
Because
guard.
like
Right
yeah,
guard.
because like imagine like I do not want him covering like the freaking good juggernauts of the league. You know what I'm saying?
I would. How do you guys feel about this? Moving Illuminor to the right guard, and then have Thayer Munford at right tackle.
I mess with that, bro. I really do mess with that. I,
Munford. The thing is with Munford, he showed flashes.
yeah,
He showed flashes last year.
that's facts.
What do you think about that, Nate? Munford right tackle, and then you got Illuminor right guard.
I mean, that's just putting people where where they have potential, and that's just fire. That's just giving people a chance. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing wrong with giving people a chance. You know what I'm saying? Just like
As
Tom
of
Brady.
right now, I am gonna bring up our offensive line. So as of right now, you guys, our offensive line. So the tackle room, we got Dalton Wagner, Brandon Parker, Thayer Munford, Colton Miller, Justin Heron. I forgot about Justin Heron. And then for the guards, we got Justin Murray, Alex Bars. We have Jermaine Illuminor, who can, of course, go from guard to tackle. We got Greg Van Roten. We got Dylan Parham, which we know he's probably going to be on the left side. We got Ntane Moody, which Moody is my favorite to go into the right
Moody
guard.
Moody.
He's my favorite to go into either the right guard, and then if you're gonna have him at right guard, then you would have Illuminor at right tackle. If you want Mumford on right tackle, then I say have Illuminor at right guard. You got Jordan Meredith, another guy that is having some flashes. Vitili Gurman, McClendon Curtis, undrafted free agent out of Tennessee. He's got a lot of hype coming into camp. This offensive line it's gonna be fun, man. It is going to be a fun time watching camp.
Yeah,
I don't think I've ever been this excited for training camp and mini camp. I don't think I've ever been this excited.
it was probably and it's the year's just starting, man. We did our first draft, and now you know what I'm saying. Training
Yeah,
camp
we
is
did
like
our
our
first
baby.
draft. We did our first offseason. We're coming to a close on our first offseason.
Yeah.
And 2 months will be us being on for 1 year
Woo!
in August.
Anniversary.
I know it's gonna be a little bit before preseason, I believe. I think it was gonna be after the Hall of Fame game, which is when we would hit our 1 year.
Oh, right after.
Yeah, right after the Hall of Fame games when we're gonna hit our 1 year, and I'm excited. Thanks to
What was
Raider
the
Nation for blowing us up. We're at 295. I want to see if we can get to 300 by the end of today. I want to see if we can get to 400 by training camp, and let's see if we can get to 500 by week 1. I know we can do it. We're gonna do our parts by coming on here, talking about Raiders news, talking about what's going on in the nation, anything that's on our minds, anything that's up for discussion, whether it's a quarterback room, running back room. I know we got the Josh Jacobs contract that we still got to dive deep into. I haven't heard no news on the Josh Jacobs contract. I know they were possibly Talking the contract 2 weeks ago. They said they were supposedly going to sign like later in the week. Never happened. Um, so we're still waiting on that. But yes, guys, we thank you guys for having Raiders Primos blowing up the way it is. I'm a Raider Nay. I seen what you sent to me. I'm a ISO myself. You go handle your business real quick. I'll take it from here.
I bet.
Hey, we
See you,
actually gonna
Alvin.
close up real quick. My Primo Raider Nate's gonna head out head out early. I'm gonna close it up for Raider Nation for Raiders Primos. So salute to you, Nate. Thank you for popping on. Thank you for grinding out with me with Raiders Primos.
Oh yeah,
Much love
man.
to
We
you,
keep
man.
going. We keep going.
Oh, we're gonna keep going. We're gonna keep going, man. We just getting started. Raiders Primos is just getting started. We're about to get 1 year in 2 months, and we did not regret making this channel. But
Yeah,
yeah,
man.
salute to you, Raider Nate. I'm gonna get you out of here,
All right,
and
man.
I'm gonna close it out here. Okay.
Peace.
With that being said, you guys, thank you guys for tuning in to Raiders Primos. If you guys are not subscribed to the channel, please hit that subscribe button. If you guys can, share the link around, man. Share the love. Like I said, we're trying to get to 300. Let's see if we can get to 300 subs by the end of today. By the end of today, let's see if we can hit 3 hubs. We need 5 more subscribers to hit 300. And then after that, it's 100 for 400 by training camp, and then it's another 100 for 500 before week 1, before the regular season starts. We got 99 days, as Sean Johnson says. We got 99 days to get to 500. I know we can get it. Shout out to Omar for popping in. Thank you for popping in, Omar. Always showing support. Sean John says, I think Josh Jacobs signs, and with the changing jersey to 8 and posting it on Instagram, I think he does too, Sean. He also posted him in the Raiders jersey. He didn't post him back in Alabama. So I really believe, I think he posted him in the Raiders jersey. Could be wrong. But I believe with him changing his jersey back to 8, I think they're going to get a deal done. I'm not too worried about it. But yeah, shout out to everyone popping in. Shout out to Anthony. Shout out to Sean. Shout out to Omar. Shout out to Van City. Shout out to AJ. Who else? Let me see. Shout out to Big Mike. Let me see who else. If I'm missing anybody, shout out to Tyler Rob. Shout out to all the support that we get. We love you guys. Y'all have a blessed rest of your Wednesday. And we're gonna see you guys in the next one. And go Raiders, as always.